Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Chief Nyesom Wike, has challenged elders of Rivers State to show the efforts they had made towards resolving the political crisis in the state. Wike, who is the immediate past governor of the state, spoke on Friday during the birthday anniversary Thanksgiving of one of his allies in Port Harcourt, the state capital. He said, after Mr. President in his wisdom declared state of emergency to save Rivers State from anarchy, I challenge any Rivers so-called elder. I challenge any man of God that has made efforts since 1 month after the declaration of state of emergency to say they have called for total reconciliation in the state. Don't think that going to television to abuse anybody will bring peace. There are people who thrive in crisis. When there is crisis, they are happy. And when there is no crisis, there is no food on the table. There are those elders. We can say that no amount of embarrassment in the media by the elders can bring peace to the state except the leaders work together. He said, no amount of embarrassing ourselves outside can bring peace. You need to humble yourself for the interest of the state. I want everybody to work together. Mr. Ifeanyichukwu, what's your take on this story?
Nyesom Wike has spoken as always, Chimezie. You know, that is why, as if I knew that this is the statement Chief Nyesom Wike made, that here it has always been the ATN Open Conversation, and the ATN Open Air Sunday has been a far-reaching, platform that if the suspended governor and his camp we are bent on doing what is right, in my own view, we won't have found ourselves where we are in Rivers State today. Because if you go and play our discussions or the topics we have raised here, is geared towards peace. Okay. It gears towards telling the governor that anyone that it is in another divide, that is telling the governor otherwise, other than there has always been a window for peace. I've maintained here, if no other person, Ifeanyichukwu has always maintained, telling the governor, now suspended, that there is a window of peace, and you are in a very serious disadvantaged position, and you are weakened, that you have no other option than to swallow the humble pie and go and make peace. And it's a political peace. It's not you're going to kneel down before somebody and begin to ask for forgiveness. No. It's reconciliation. Despite the fact that the suspended governor now has also, achieved something. Okay. He has achieved something, because now, if the negotiations or if what played out was placed on him, now with the fallout, with the air of disobedience, you are now going to renegotiate, where you now have a say. You should have gotten this long ago, before now. Once you have shown disloyalty and disobedience, and your principal is making a window for you to come and make peace, you have your voice. If it was 80-20 equation, now you can get about 40 or 30. You are not totally disadvantaged. That is why we say, if there is always a dispute, and it ends on a round table, and that round table gives each party now the voice to air their grievances, and there will be a give and take. Okay. And that's what brings about peace. If Fubara and Nyesom Wike are coming to the altar of peacemaking now, it is not going to be a Nyesom Wike template alone. Fubara will bring his own template. But you know that in the give and take, there will be a higher stake, okay, which you are no longer totally being disadvantaged or disregarded as it were from what we are meant to understand. So, Nyesom Wike has also echoed what we have been echoing here. You were not here when I think sometime last year, one faction of Ejo Youth Congress said that Nyesom Wike is an enemy of Ejo. It's an enemy of Ejo. I said, no, you can't say that. Because this person you're calling Fubara today has no political relevance before he came to power. You're calling him a Messiah and Joshua and Moses. Who saw that Messianic nature in him? It was Nyesom Wike. Who made him what he is? Is Nyesom Wike. So how will you come and say that Nyesom Wike is an enemy of Ijaw? So Nyesom Wike have echoed it again. I'm not going to dwell on what he said. I'm telling you what have been said on this Temple of Truth, which is the open conversation of ATN.
I'm meaning to ask what template of peace was given to him, since you said there has been a yardstick or open door for discussion towards reconciliation. Because we've heard the FCT minister said he had no issue with Fubara, but Fubara has to come apologize. So the question is, we'll be asking what template of peace was given to the governor, the suspended governor.
You know that, I don't know whether you have read the piece, 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah.
The second one says you don't outshine the master. Nyesom Wike, Providence smiled on him, because assuming without considering that Nyesom Wike didn't play the type of politics he played in 2023, what would have been of him today? He would have been a laughing stock in the eyes of his political enemies. I'm not saying that Nyesom Wike has enemy, but he has political enemies. So Nyesom Wike played smart and told the whole world that, yes, I'm a politician. The politician has to be charismatic, has to, play his chess game, with everything in mind. All your cards has to be always up for you to know where your next move will be. My brother, if Nyesom Wike did not play the kind of card he played, and he came to River State, and Fubara, who supposedly should be his godson in politics, and a brother and an in-law treated him with so much disdain, what would have been the person of Nyesom Wike? I listened to what he said. It was a long speech, where he also told his supporters that if there is nothing that will make you smile and go home and sleep, is that we have two things. The kangaroo local government election, which I condemned here, I said that he was not going to stand, and he didn't stand at the end of the day. Then the purported defection and the hula baloo concerning the 27 local lawmakers. Where are we today? Nyesom Wike is on the winning side. And the pronouncement of the Supreme Court affirming the judgment of Justice Omotosho delivered on the 22nd of January 2024, when even the 2024 appropriation bill was not even up to a month in its lifetime, that go and represent the appropriation bill, go and do this, go and do that. All the prayers that Amehule and his brother sought were granted to them. Fubara appealed to appeal court. Appeal court affirmed what was the judgment of 22nd January 2024. It was the battle we were on until Supreme Court, gave the final verdict, the same affirmation. So if the governor had listened to opinions, have listened to people that were telling him the truth. Remember what Nyesom Wike said here? He said that those elders and clerics and the so-called stakeholders in River State, who are the stakeholders? Those that can win local government, cannot even win a World Congress election in their world level. I've been telling it here that Fubara, the people with you are stomach infrastructure politicians, political opportunists, political vagus that has no base. Why did they come back to River State? It's because Nyesom Wike is in Abuja. They can't cohabit with him there. Because the people that are with Fubara, is it not the members of this world? The Uche Secondus, the, what do you call it, Osin Opera, the former governor that was removed by the Supreme Court, Celestine Omer. What is their political pedigree in River State? You saw the time Nyesom Wike went to Alabama and saw the who is who and the cream de la cream that came with him. We saw Fubara recently when he made the public appearance as Salvation Ministry. Who were those people with him? 27 lawmakers. He couldn't even convince one to go with him. And you said that the people working with you are doing you a service. 27 lawmakers for more than 2 years. You can't even poach one. What does it tell you? You say you have the red biro and you are the governor with all the paraphernalia of the office and all the monies at your disposal. No one could cross-carpet to you. What does that tell you as the Nyesom Wike sagacity and astuteness in politics? So what are we saying? What he said here is not what I'm here to debate today, but what I'm telling you is that I have echoed those things, because it's not today that Nyesom Wike started saying what he said yesterday during a birthday ceremony of one of his allies.
Oh,
you know, Nyesom Wike has clearly stated that the elders and the traditional rulers that we have in River State are those people that are opportunists. Maybe it didn't favor them when Nyesom Wike held sway. And now when there is a little and normal and usual political disagreement, because my brother, the truth is that in politics, you don't have a permanent friend, you don't have a permanent enemy. And you cannot decipher the move or the intention of the person you are sitting down with. Look at Tiffany Oko. If they tell you today that he will leave a whole vice presidential candidate of a party, leaving the party to another party. What does that tell you in politics? So, Nyesom Wike has echoed what we are saying, that the elders and the clerics and the opinion, the stakeholders or whatever they call themselves, elders in River State, are not doing, they have not done anything. And I have said it for the often time that this state of emergency can be extended, because what we are doing now is insult ourselves in the media, on the print media, visual, on Facebook, whether the state of emergency was right or wrong. But we don't think about what do we do, as Tompolo have been calling, what do we do to go and seek for truth? It has come upon us. You can't undo it. President Bola Tinubu is having the backing of the National Assembly. The state of emergency have been gazetted. So what is there is for you to close. In 1 month plus, we have not closed ranks in River State to go and seek for peace. Rather, there is other people from other states that are working for the peace. You saw the governor moving with his fellow PDP governors. And look at the Delta State, where they had the kangaroo meeting that they went to the Supreme Court to challenge the state of emergency. Is it not the same governor that has gone to APC? So what does that show you? Then Eno, which is the governor of Akwa Ibom State, is already on his way. Or he's even in support of President Bola Tinubu. The one in Enugu State is also a staunch supporter of Tinubu 2027. So which are the governors? Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, have you heard of him since the suspension of Fubara? But these are the people who are flying into River State, left, right, and center, deceiving similar to Fubara. At the end of the day, when the hammer has come upon him, what have they done to save him? Then again, you realize that somebody like Ikengo Gochinyere cannot even put up a fight for his friend. He was coming here to collect his ESTA code. Then River State became, or the government house, so to say, the bricks house of the River State became an extension of his Imo constituency. So what are we talking about is that Fubara did not listen to the voice of reason. Nyesom Wike has already given him an open door. It is left for him to take it. It is left for him. But what I'm telling you is that Fubara is disadvantaged. He's in a position of weakness. He cannot decide now whether that truth will come or not. But it behoves on him to make the move. Right. Because he has the latitude of time. There is no way. Nyesom Wike is his senior in politics, senior in age, brought him to power. So there is no way any sane mind will tell Nyesom Wike to go and seek for peace. Right. Where Fubara is. It is Fubara that will move. Just like the FCT minister said. All of them that have been championing this disunity. Nobody has made concerted effort to come and see how do we do this. And now the months are running, the days are running. What can we do to broker peace as we have gotten ourselves to this particular point?
All right.
But so that Rivers State can move forward. But whether you like it or yes, Nyesom Wike is not disadvantaged. He is not perturbed. And he has said it often time that Fubara, as it is now, has not made any effort to seek for truth. And he has given him, showing you that, he said that, I listened to him, he said that the peace will not be predicated on there is a particular word he used, on, not being so truthful. But if you want to seek for peace, you have to seek for peace in its trueness. And that is where I leave it. So it is left for Fubara and his camp to continue to play their politics. And Wike said, even if you brought all the women on the merit of Port Harcourt and Rivers State, even if you don't give them clothes again to wear, or you don't give them bra to wear, it does not make peace. Peace is not achieved on the road when politics is concerned. When they were whipping sentiments, when they were whipping bias, did it change anything? I'm asking you, did it change anything that the hammer did not fall on Fubara? And he came out to tell Fubara last 2 weeks that you have, he recorded it, you have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to thank because I was out for you to leave that particular seat.
Thank you for your opinion.